Samuel Langhorne Clemens was born on November 30, 1835. Died April 21st, 1910, at the age of 74 in Florida, Missouri. He was the sixth of seven children of Jane Lambton Clemens, a native of Kentucky, and John Marshall Clemens, a native of Virginia. His parents met when his father moved to Missouri. They married in 1823. Twain is of Cornish, English, and Scottish-Irish descent. Only three siblings survived childhood: Orion, Henry, and Pamela. His older brother, Pleasant Hannibal, died at 3 weeks of age. His sister Margaret when Twain was 3 years old, and his brother Benjamin 3 years later.
He grew up in Hannibal, Missouri, a small town on the Mississippi River in the United States. As a teenager, he was very interested in steamboats exploring the great rivers of the United States. Twain started family and moves to Hartford. Mark Twain has a strong personality and has great potential for success. But this strength is subtle and conditioned by a strong commitment to his ideals and vision, which must be used to inspire others to join him in his dream.
Mark Twain was forced to quit his school when he was 12 years old because of his father's death. This forced him to work to help support his family. Twain worked as a printmaker in a printery and occasionally as a newspaper writer. When a young man was a teenager, he skipped riverboats and spent 4 years sailing on the Mississippi River. In fact, with a formal education at school, Mark Twain became educated in many other ways. He learned many things that were never taught in school. He learned a lot about botany, the study of plants, and about history. During his life, he also learned about other cultures. While he traveled the world giving lectures, he is connected to and educated in politics and government as he met and spent time with world leaders.
In February 1870, he improved his social status by marrying 24 years old Olivia Langdon, the daughter of a rich New York coal merchant. Early in their marriage, he and Olivia Langdon Clemens, while they were living in Buffalo, their son Langdon died of diphtheria at 19 months of age. They had 3 daughters, Susie, Clara, and Jane. Clemens developed a friendship with David Gray, who worked as a rival editor for Buffalo Courier, and his wife Martha. Twain later wrote that the Gray were all the consolation he and Livy had during their brief stopover, the set and set at the Buffalo, and that Samuel gift for Putri. Gray worked in vain for the newspaper.
When the American Civil War broke out in 1816, Twain moved to Western California. At the time, he changed his name to Mark Twain, which means to veteran in it. This is a term used by a river crew when measuring air depth. As time went on, Mark Twain began to actively write. In particular, his most famous novels are The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Each of these 2 books tells of a growing youth. Their engines experience depict life in the middle of the 19th century, and tell of the conflict that arises between young people and adults. Like most people from Twain, these books are also full of
Twain died in 1910 April 21st, the age of 74. He is buried in Woodland Cemetery in Elmira, New York, next to his wife and children. Some of his most famous works are The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Prince and the Pauper, A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court, and the non-fiction book Life on the Mississippi. His pen name lives on his book in an annual book award and in the vast national forest in Missouri that is named in his honor.